of P&G to a professionally run corporate entity with global ambitions. A huge round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. And next, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on stage Mr. Parag Shah, CEO, Kisna Diamond Jewelry. He has a strong forte in product development, Lifestyle Mart India. And ladies and gentlemen, lastly, I'd like to introduce Mr. Vikram Merchant, Director, India Representation. He's stuck in traffic. He'll be joining us shortly. And over to these guests here. And can we please give a huge round of applause for all the speakers.
एक बार फिर आप सभी का तहे दिल से स्वागत सारे हमारे डेलीगेट्स जो डिफरेंट शहरों से इंडिया के आए हुए हैं टॉप ज्वेलर्स फ्रॉम दोज सिटीज़ all our brand partners as well as our manufacturing partners. Welcome to all of you. Basically, as earlier in the day we discussed what is Bandhan Jewels. So this discussion I will focus on why Bandhan Jewels. Why Bandhan Jewels for a retailer? Why Bandhan Jewels for a brand? Why Bandhan Jewels for a manufacturer? What's there in it for you? And how we are going to create value. So basically, we are talking of a revolution. We are saying that this industry right now needs a kranti. Because the way we are operating in smaller silos in our own areas, and we are not collaborating enough to create value in this industry. While this industry is one of the base, I would say, consumer industry, I would say it is not roti kapda or makan, it is roti kapda, makan or gehna for India. But still, in terms of the way the industry operates, we are much behind any other industry, be it pharmaceutical, consumer durables, FMCG. We are still operating in our own traditional ways. So how to revolutionize this jewelry trade and retail business while creating excellence at each step? This is what we are targeting in the Bandhan Jewels. Basically, the entire landscape, if you see, इसको main 4 भाग में हम divide कर सकते हैं. There are top national chains which have multiple stores. They operate under a single name across the country. So if we take anybody who has 30 plus stores under one name and call them a national chain, so all put together, approximately 4,000 such stores in the country. Then every city has got some top 2, 3, 4, 5 jewelers of their town who are a brand in their town. So let's call them a store brand or major store brand of a city or regional brands. So if we take top 300 cities of the country or top 400 cities of the country and say 8 to 10 people there, there's another 4,000.
That was just a presentation of what we are as a brand. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I come from a non-jewelry background. I started my journey in 1993, 25 years ago. I launched my brand Farah Khan in the year 2004, 14 years ago. I've always believed in doing whatever I wanted to with all my heart, with all passion, and the best of what I love to do. So I've always done it right. My jewelry is unique. It's, people tell me it's beautiful, it's unusual, it's different. And I think it comes because I create with lots and lots of love. I put a lot of myself into the product. What we as a brand can offer you is unusual designs, great finish, really great finish, because our finish is compared to international brands. As a brand myself, my market is not just India. I have a lot of international clients who buy from me, so I keep that in mind when I make jewelry. I've also had the privilege of visiting 40 different cities in India and interacting with customers on ground level to understand their needs and to design according to their likes. And right from the north to the south, to the east and the west, I've actually traveled to the remotest areas like Bilaspur. I mean, just to give you a name, you know, Indore, Nasik, Guwahati. I mean, you name those places, basically. So as a designer, I have a pulse of the Indian market, but at the same time, I can also create designs that are very, for the millennials. So I can do traditional jewelry, I can do jewelry that is also catered to your millennial. But what I do bring in all of this is I listen to my customer and I bring a lot of me into my product. So that's what I can offer each one of you here. In the end, to sum it up, I'd just like to say thank you to Bandhan Jewels for having me here. Prasad, Santosh, thank you. I look forward to this association, and I look forward to meeting all of you. And we have some of our things displayed here, so please have a look. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening. What do you want to hear from me? Anything specific? I mean, that's why I asked Prasad right now. Someone's going to ask me what am I doing here? Which is exactly what you asked. So, a couple of things. Prasad and we started Style Quotient some years ago, and this is the extended part of that. So, in that connection, I'm here. Secondly, Santosh has been a dear friend, and I believe in what he's doing. I think it's a great thing which we're doing for industry right now. Santosh and Prasad met me on this concept 6 months ago, and we had a discussion on, what exactly can be done here. And being a chain store, we discussed on what is good and what is, not good for the industry. And point which they mentioned right now about, stores being polarized now, or competition getting more and more intense, chain store having the mightier bit of it, so more marketing, more better purchase, better designing. So this is a very good concept. I think it's something which is the need of the hour today, and also industry is changing now. People today are open to collaborating, working together, because everyone is feeling the heat. Everyone is feeling that you no longer can work in the old style of being unorganized and doing their own things. Today, the market's open, market's transparent, and consumers become more demanding. So I think it's a great platform, and I've really come there. I mean, though I'm definitely a part of it, but I've really come to wish them, and I think it's a great concept. We have Farah, we have Vikram here, we have Krishna. So I think many more brands will join in. So it's a great concept, and it's something which I think will really help the retail and look at the size, the mid-size category I spoke about. I think it's a great opportunity, and I personally feel that people should look at it. You can have your own questions. You can have your. I think it's flexible. So a model can be something like he said. It can be with a brand. It can be with your own brand. So try to make use of the expertise which Prasad has, which Santosh has, and the entire team has to offer. And as P&G, we wish you all the best. And I'm really sure that this will be a good success. And Salman Khan is right now. He spoke about that. So I think Being Human has been a good brand. It's been I think the last 2 years, and we have done good sales. It's gone international too, and it drives a lot of footfalls. Farah herself, will drive a lot of footfall. Her designs are stunning. Vikram has a great range, Australian diamond. I think that whole concept of having everything for everybody. Krishna reaches the end of the market. So this is like a well-packaged deal for all of you. So I think it's a very good opportunity, and I wish all of you the good luck. We all are part of industry, and let's all do well, and let's all have good days ahead. Thank you.
Saurav, my question again to you, Saurav here. Salman been your brand ambassador for years. Now Salman is coming with his own collection. So how will you differentiate with two brands?
This is always there. Salman endorses P&G as a brand, and this is Salman's own brand. So Being Human Jewelry is a brand owned by Salman Khan, wherein Style Quotient does the designing, marketing, distribution, and manufacturing. So this is Salman Khan's own brand. And P&G is something which Salman endorses. So they are two different things altogether. And Salman is not involved in designing at P&G, nor is he involved in selection here. So this is something which we do, and Salman promotes P&G. But Being Human is something which he and his family are deeply involved into. So the entire designing, the entire product, what has to go in the market, pricing, it's all discussed along with him. So this is how they both are different. And we don't compete because Salman, as P&G, it's more about the brand, and here is more about products.
Actually, just to add to that, it was during the P&G, one of their shoots, because Salman being the brand ambassador, that's where we actually spoke to him about Bajrangi Bhaijaan at that point in time. Whether there was an opportunity to do some, in-film merchandising. And that's when, we ended up doing the Bajrangi Bhaijaan pendant. So that was done by Style Quotient, by our company. And once we saw the response to that, that was so huge. I mean, it was such a, all of us know that Bajrangi Bhaijaan, fortunately, the movie was also such a big hit, that also the pendant was really a big hit. And that's when then we offered Salman, why restrict ourselves only to a pendant? Why can't we do entire jewelry? And that's how actually Being Human Jewelry came into existence. So thanks to Saurabh and to Salman that, at that point in time, it really happened.
So Jacqueline is the outgoing brand ambassador. Who is the new one who's going to come up? The same. Jacqueline is the outgoing brand ambassador of your.
We'll let you know.
Not yet decided?
No, it's decided, but we are not going to announce it now. Let there be some suspense.
It needs Salman's approval. So once he approves it, we'll announce it. Like I said, this whole thing it needs Salman's approval because it's his brand primarily. So there are a lot of things which have been right now spoken about, but once it's confirmed, we'll let you know.
We are going to have exclusive outlets as well, which are going to be much smaller and smaller towns rather than in larger town at this stage. Yes, we are present on styleq.com, which is our own website. At the moment, we are not doing fine jewelry on the marketplace. We are doing the fashion jewelry. We have fashion jewelry as well, which is more of brass jewelry, brass and zinc and copper and all that kind of a jewelry, which is very low end because again, Salman wanted everyone to afford it. So that's where we have fashion jewelry, which is between 400 rupees to about 2,000 rupees, and that is more for the masses, and that's which is there on the online portal, like it's there on Myntra, primarily Myntra, and now we are soon going to be on Amazon as well.
How many stores are you planning? Can I get the numbers?
At the moment, we haven't. We have identified a few cities. We have identified 10 cities at this point in time. So we are in no hurry, actually. We just want to be very careful, very, very gradually we want to grow. So those are the 10 cities that we're looking at, which are going to be tier 1, tier 2 towns.
I think we can also add that this fashion jewelry is actually for the e-commerce marketplaces as well as the small kiosk in the malls. It is not part of Bandhan Jewels. Bandhan is all about Being Human diamond jewelry and Being Human gold jewelry, plain gold in 18 karat and 22 karat, as well as the gold coins. So that's what we have under Being Human in Bandhan Jewels.
Are you planning to increase the portfolio? Men is very small.
Yes, we are, for sure. Actually, I think it's more going to be on the fashion jewelry segment, I would say. Not so much in the fine, but yes, even in fine, we are going to increase it. But that's the way the proportion is, actually. Even in fine jewelry, if you study the market, it's less than 5%, which is my men's jewelry. So that's the reality.
Well, I've seen a lot of stalwarts here, but a lot of brands are there, a lot of ideas are there, a lot of designs are there. But I just want to understand what is this Bandhan Jewels whole organization structure is like, company structure, who owns what? Thank you.
Bandhan is, as Saurabh was talking about, this company Style Quotient was started by Saurabh. Prasad joined in as a partner in that company and the CEO and the director of that company. Then, since we are friends, and he definitely saw some strengths in terms of being able to manage the retail network and the business development in terms of building a retail channel for the company. So Saurabh invited me to be part of this company. So I was running JLMI as the managing director. So JLMI is a partner. Saurabh So company PN Gadgil is a partner and Prasad Kapre is a partner. So that's what three of us are there. I would not like to get into who owns what percentage because that's for the, not for the public forum. But this company was started by Saurabh. Yeah. Style Quotient is the company, which is the joint initiative of three different entities, you can say, which is Saurabh through PNG, myself through JLMI, and Prasad Kapre.
Hello, everybody. So I see each one of you as a pioneer in the jewelry industry, and you've changed certain things. I've always looked at Farah's jewelry, and I've always been wowed by it. I've followed Saurabh a lot because I saw on the bus stand of Indore saying PNG Jewelers, I mean PN Gadgil, and that's how I know. So same with Hare Krishna. And so my question is not purely in the retail, but more of a tech, because that's where I come from. I want to ask that when you look at brands like Swarovski or, at an international level, people are doing a lot with tech, real-time tech, interesting tech, which is something that I don't see here, and I would like to reach out and tell you what I'm doing. But I want to know your views on how do you think a cool or interesting tech through India or here can change, the whole scenario. So for example, Swarovski did this really cool AR thing, which was real time. And these are the things we don't find here. So I just want to hear your views on the technology that might help the industry to grow.
Thank you for that question. It's a very important one because we are in a generation that is more visual. And that's one of the reasons my presentation to all of you was an audiovisual. Today we live in an age where technology has to work hand in hand with your product. So if you have a great product and you can't reach it to your consumer on time or you can't ship it, the consumer is going to lose interest in that product. And that's where we all are realizing that and coming in with technology. It could be websites, it could be mobile apps, it could be augmented reality. But it's very important. So I'm sure that all the brands here and all of us, I personally am looking into it, and I'm sure all of them are, because going forward, that's the only way. Or you lose a lot of customer sales. You have your offline, but you need your online graphics, you need your online technology to pull your customer into that product.
To add to what Farah was saying is, one is being present on the online. Second is using the technology in the aid of a retail store. So that is something which we are definitely planning. I think we fell short in terms of explaining that in our presentation, but we have a concept of a virtual inventory because inventory is something which is highly investment centric. So all the brands, all the collections cannot be placed in all these stores. So we have a concept of a virtual inventory on an iPad catalog, which can be streamed on a LED television in our Bandhan Jewels store. So you have complete entire collections of all the brands, including the generic ones under Bandhan Gold and Bandhan Diamond, available in the virtual form. So typically the store may carry say 20 kg or 30 kg of gold, but effectively you are carrying 500 kgs of inventory or maybe 10,000 carats of diamond inventory. That's what virtually it would be carrying. So definitely technology is an integral part of this Bandhan Jewels concept, as all our brand partners as well as the generics being available on a virtual inventory format along with physical inventory present, select few physical inventory present in the store. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hello. And there is a counter there which is displaying this concept. So, yeah.
Can I have one question, please? Yeah. So the brand Bandhan Jewels, there are 6 brands, okay? And Mr. Prasad has already spoken about that their brand is going to be a very reasonable brand which can be affordable for everybody. So how the other 5 will put themselves on that? And the Farah also has a designer jewelry, so how you put it?
Thank you for asking me that, because I have 2 brands. One is Ornati by Farah Khan, which is our lower-end brand, which is very, very affordable. Prices would be comparable to what Prasad was talking in the Being Human brand. I have my own, my main brand is of course Farah Khan Fine Jewelry, and we've come out with a Pret collection there with our new monogram, Ayat. And That is priced, I would say, between the range of about 30,000 to about 2.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs also. So we want to cater to the mid-market because I see a huge potential in the mid-market. And after my travel to the 40 different cities, I realized that the maximum spending is happening between, the 30,000 to the 3 lakhs. That's where the jewelry is being bought in all your tier 1 cities, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. So keeping that in mind, we actually came up with this collection, and it's very well priced. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vishal.
I'd just like to add something about Australian Diamonds. We are not a brand or a collection. Yes, we are a responsible source of diamonds. In fact, diamonds from our Argyle mine in Australia is the largest source of small diamonds, 1-pointers, 2-pointers, generally -6.5 G2, let's say K color, VSSI. So it's a very large source of diamonds, and in fact, you can ask for Australian diamonds in any of the collections and brands. Indeed, even your generic jewelry, what you have to do is ask Bandhan Jewels that you want your generic jewelry, that is your own orders, or any of the brands in Australian diamonds, and then you get the additional assurance that the diamonds have been tracked from the mine to your store. Okay, so it's not a brand, it's not a collection. The way you get it is to ask for that source of diamonds. Thanks.
And also, actually, we are going to add more brands, as we go along. So it's not just that these are going to be the 4 brands. As and when, we feel that there is a right brand for the right markets, we would be adding it, So that's the way. So you will have a choice.
So, but do people have an understanding of rate-wise that Farah told me I'm the 30 to 3 lakhs. You said from 3,000 to plus, and Parag and all would like to know about this.
Can you repeat that question? You said?
I said the same thing, like, is there any understanding between 6 brands that the tag price-wise is going to be?
I would like to take this question. I think, see, all these brands are independent brands. So, as Bandhan Jewels, we neither intend to influence or control their pricing as well as their designing. They are independent. For us, all our brands are equal. We want them to compete, to get attention from consumer and get bought by the consumer. Their pricing is their prerogative. Their designing is their prerogative. We are a channel which is making them reach through either from their factory or from their brand corporate house to the last mile consumer, through retail partners like you all. That is what we are enabling. So in terms of pricing, there could be a different pricing formula, different product range. In fact, in the sense, it helps consumer because consumer gets a wide variety of offerings under one store. That's the whole idea of bringing in top brands of the country. The only thing which we look at as of now to associate with Bandhan Jewels, that we, as Vikram sir was saying, responsible supply chain. So we also want responsible brands in terms of being ethical with the consumer. With right kind of policies, they're trying to reach out to the consumer. So that's what only thing which we are saying, that if there is a brand which is not so ethical as per our understanding, we are not associating with them.
So just to add to that, this is the list which is first is right now. They can add more, more brands to a list. There also be a generic thing which the local stores may need. So it's not necessary to only keep brands here. Like when you launch Being Human, the option of just keeping only in PNG or to do a brand which is going to be everywhere. So we said, no, it's not a brand which is going to be only at PNG. In fact, PNG is one of the smallest dealers for Being Human, while other people like Prasad spoke to are one of the biggest ones there. Also there, we keep on working on pricing, on design, so it's not like it's fixed and once and for all it's done. So we realize what sells more in the market, we kind of work more on that category. Like Salman is more for the fans, his fans are more common people. Price point is a very effective point there. So design can be a little here and there, but they want pricing in their bracket. So we are working more towards that. For our brand, it's going to be more towards designs, which is a different audience there. So it's going to be completely catered to your needs. There isn't anything which is just done this way, and it's optional. You can select what you want to have. So nothing will be forced upon you to have, keep this or keep that. and it's going to be at a reasonable pricing, something which you need. So you may say, my customer demand this, you'll have that. The idea only here is to get everything together and offer, it's like a buffet. You can choose what you want to eat from that. But the entire serving is in front of you.
That's what I want to know. Thank you.
Hello everyone, advertising to give awareness about being human, jewelry to the people because they are fans in Saharanpur of Salman Khan, but still they don't go for these because they go for local jewelry or some trusted brand like I am GR and Sons Jewelers from Saharanpur. So if I'll go for being human, so how you guys to help, I have to establish a market in Saharanpur. So how will you help us?
Well, that's something which is up my sleeve in the sense I'm known in this industry for my marketing and branding. In fact, I'm the one who started off with Nakshatra. So actually, I have based this entire thing more like a Nakshatra kind of a model, where we are actually going to provide the marketing, which is almost a 360-degree marketing. So there are going to be, radio ads, for example. Now, we may do a retail co-op ads with you in your city, and the radio spots we will try and do with Salman. As I said, try, because we are still working on it with Salman. But when he talks about being human, it makes a huge more difference. So there are these radio ads, there are going to be cinema ads, there are going to be print ads, and more effectively, I think it's the digital media which is the key, because the kind of target audience that we want to reach to, they are the ones who are actually on the digital media. They're not so much into print. So we believe that we are going to be extremely active on the digital media, and also the fact that, as I was saying, that the moment Salman tweets about it, that itself makes a difference. Now, for example, if we are launching a new product or a new design, now once he tweets, he's going to tag us, and we in turn will tag you in Saharanpur, right? Okay. And that's the way it will go viral. Okay. So that's the way it will. See, obviously, when there are going to be 200 retailers, he's not going to tag 200 retailers. Salman is not going to do that. So that's going to be our job to do it for particular areas. So that's what we'll do. He'll just tag us, which is being human jewelry. So once he tags us, then we'll do the further marketing of that. And which, as I said, we'll also be doing certain retail co-op campaigns with you, which may be in the form of hoardings or radio spots or some interesting promotions. So that's the way it will be done.
Thank you.
I would go a little, I would say, not so formal, that with all my affection and the liberty which he has given me, I call him the Vicky Donor of branding in jewelry industry. Because all the top brands which you hear in the jewelry industry are conceived and created by him. Sometimes probably he has chosen the wrong guardians of those brands.
With that, I send them a legal notice, and I get money out of them. I'm very, when I do get to know people who copy my designs, they do hear from my lawyers, and I have received lots and lots of money out of them. So
how do you track them down is more the concern, how do you track them down?
It's very easy. You live in a digital world, and most of these people upload these pictures, and they don't realize that today with one click of a button, you have access to anything, and once anything's uploaded, it can't be deleted because it's always in the server. It's always there online. So we track them. I have people who work for me who only do that, who actually track people who copy. So my legal team is very strong, and that's how I get them. Thank you.
Thank you.
And more importantly, I actually take the trouble to copyright all my designs. So it becomes more easier for me to take legal action. So even my monogram is completely copyrighted for any product. If you want to make even a paper design out of it, I can sue you for it. I mean, that's how I do. Thank you.